Hey guys, welcome to the Zapata Brand Podcast, Boxing and Bagels Edition, brought to you by Ringside. Go to ringside.com/podcast, and you too could get upwards of 40% off selected brands. Well, we're going to try this again. Me and Kevin Ioli were here this morning on a live video, and it didn't go well. The internet went down here at the shop. It was a total disaster. So I had to come back here and do it again. Kevin, I believe, is not available. I did put the link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. It's not just boxing bagels. Boxing and bagels, when I say that, it could be boxing, it could be UFC, it could be anything about business, whatever. I do have a business question that someone had asked me on top of all the stuff that I'm doing, recapping the events of this week. And, well, let's start right away with UFC over the weekend. 304. Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that this fight, this card itself, wasn't the greatest. I think the Aspinall destruction of Blades kind of saved the show, and I don't think if Paddy Pimblett is not in the UK, he doesn't draw too much. I don't know if he's that as exciting of a fighter. But I thought he was going to lose. So let me go back and forth. Paddy the Batty Pimblett versus King Green, formerly Bobby Green. It was a good fight for him. He stepped up. I didn't think he was going to win. I was leaning towards King Green. The reason being, I thought that this was going to be a tougher fight for Paddy, but it wasn't. Would a submission win, right, in 3:22 the first round, I believe. Let me check quickly. I believe it was that. And, you know, one of the things I noticed is they're trying to really, really push him in the in overseas, and it was 3:22 the first round submission, and he looked good. And they're pushing him overseas. He looks really good, and I think that that's one of their strong suits. And they can draw. They overseas in the UK, they get behind their athletes, and it's something that UFC likes to do. They should do it more often. With the people here in the United States, they don't, because the United States is so crazy with how they support their fighters. After that, there was the co-main event: Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. Tom Aspinall knocks him out, TKO KO strikes at 1 minute of the first round. I knew that was going to be a fight where Aspinall would absolutely destroy Blades. Curtis Blades has zero chin. There is no chin for Curtis Blades, unfortunately, and that really affects him. You can't be a heavyweight and have no chin. You got to have something. He's been knocked out several times, and it didn't look good. And when you fight someone like Tom Aspinall, he is such a great athletic competitor. When he gets in there, he is on fire, and he really showed why he is the number one threat to John Jones, and I think he will be at some point in the near future. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure that fight's going to be set up soon. And then we'll go to the main event: Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. Now, this fight, I expected exactly what it was. Kevin Iolo, if you heard it before on my show, he picked it exactly perfect. This show wasn't expected to be such a massive, incredible, barn-burning fight. That they knew that this was going to be a boring fight. Leon Edwards fights the way he does. Bilal Muhammad fights the way he does. Now, in the first fight, I thought Leon Edwards was really dominating in the first round. But how much he's improved, and that would be Bilal has improved, was night and day from where he was in that first fight to now. Now, there's a lot of bad blood there. They don't like each other. But there was some very, 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 very high level improvement between Bilal's first fight with Edwards and his second fight with Edwards. Bilal wins unanimous decision, is now the new champion, and he is looking now to move on to something. He's not going to give Edwards a rematch. That's not going to happen. I wish I really had the first boxing bagels I did this morning. I wish that would be I wish that would have gone on. And Mr. G, Captain Protein, is in the building. Mr. G, how are you? Heard he trained with Khabib. Yes, he did. He did. Kevin confirmed that he did. whether or not, well, he is, and I'm sure he's made leaps and bounds over what happened from the last fight. He was getting beat up pretty good in that first round, the first fight before the eye poke, and I thought that he needed something to cut. He needed something to show, or else he would have been, Leonidas was going to move right on, right along there. Realistically, that division is really kind of weak. And it wasn't something that I didn't think it was, because where does he go from here? They locked up his legs. Yeah, he had a lot. I'm telling you, this guy is better than I thought, because I thought Edwards was going to win. Wasn't what I expected in that one, because I did not think Edwards would lose. I think where does Edwards go from here now? Edwards, I think, would probably look to go more towards the Colby Covington route. Colby Covington's a guy who's coming off a loss, and I think he would improve. He's improved, but he needs a win too. Colby Covington needs a win. He needs a big win here. That's something he needs. Let's go switch gears real quickly to Claressa Shields versus Valerie Lepage-Janez. It's a French name. I call her a VLJ. Sorry. She was that, and that was Claressa Shields moving up to the heavyweight division, doing something that most people don't do in those weight classes. She's jumping up. She showed why she's the GOAT, greatest woman of all time. The problem with Claressa Shields is she's her mouth and how she comes off. This woman should have been the most marketed female fighter in the recent time. She just can't keep her mouth shut. She likes to talk, and she talked coming right out of the Olympics. This girl's a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's never lost. She lost one time, revenge that loss. This woman should be at the top of the top, especially with the Olympics going on right now. All the talk should be about her fighting, going up to heavyweight, and it's not. There was no talk about it. I didn't even know this was going on. She fought in Detroit, in her hometown. But there was no buzz about it. Granted, it's women and boxing, and it's really, there's only certain women that can really catch that attention of the audience. But this was definitely a fight where, you got a woman doing something that's never been done. Claressa Shields by far is the best woman fighter I've ever seen, and I'm gonna say she is the best woman fighter ever. I know a lot of people say they go from Ann Wolfe, they go to Layla Ali. I can't see that. The Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields actually showed some punching power, knocking her out in the second round, knocked her down 3 times, finished her off. That ain't bad. That's not bad considering she really had not much power in the lower weights. Now, was that because she was, draining herself? Quite possibly. Yeah, that was possibly what was going on. Also, we had Joe Joyce against Derek Chisora. Now, guys, this is the end of the road for one of these two. That fight was awful. Joe Joyce didn't look good. Chisora didn't look good. It was not a good fight. Just in general, wasn't a good fight. Very sloppy. Joe Joyce just, I don't know. He really regret, unless Deontay Wilder's that bad, and I don't think he is. I still think it's some. Joe Joyce has gone 10 steps back. He didn't look good. I thought he was slow. I thought he was sloppy throwing his punches. He just didn't look good at all. Not a good look for him. Chisora, what did you expect from him? Threw some bombs, try to get him out of there. He was dead tired. He was throwing slapping punches. It was not a good fight. Chisora comes out with the victory. That doesn't mean it jumps him into a title shot contention. It doesn't. It isn't something that's going to happen. He's one of these guys. He's that's going to be around for a little bit, take some fights for 150 grand, and keep his career going. Keep his career going there. So, also big announcement over the weekend, and I do have a question about that. Canelo Alvarez defends his. Well, no, I don't think he's defending a title. I think they've stripped him. So let me go back and see this really quickly. Okay, so Come on, this is going to be it's going to be in September, and I believe they have now stripped him of the titles that he was at because of let's see, Canelo versus Berlanga. Okay, that fight is going to be it is a bad fight, but it is going to be what the heck? September 14th at the T-Mobile Arena. Not a smart move, I don't think. I don't think it's a smart move. You're going head to head with UFC there in those days. That's not a smart move. But and the reason why is because fighting Berlanga is just a garbage fight. That's a garbage fight. He's going to destroy Berlanga. Now, right, and I was always a big Canelo fan. I was huge. I said he's done everything he can. There is really nothing that he has left to prove. Big fan. This is starting to question a little bit because at some point you got to fight with who the people want. Berlanga is not a fighter they want to see. This is a garbage fight. It's a throwaway fight. He's going to get knocked out. I don't want to hear the people tell me he's a live dog. They say that about a lot of people against Canelo, and it never ends up. The only one that's a live dog, and I don't know if he'd be an underdog anymore, would have been Benavidez. Benavidez says he's moving up to 175 to stay. I don't buy that. What I feel is going to happen is he's going to beat Berlanga here in September. I think he beats him pretty convincingly, knocks him out, looks fantastic. Benavidez, I know they're saying they're trying to set up a fight between him and the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol. I think come May of next year, Cinco de Mayo, I believe you will see Benavidez versus Canelo at the Sphere. I've said it for about a year now because it just seems to line up. It just seems to line up where this could happen. I've seen crazier shit happen in boxing, but I do believe that that's what's going to happen, and you will see Canelo Alvarez, David Benavidez in May of 2025. And I've called that for about a year now. It just made sense. I think last summer I called that. It just made sense. Everyone was calling for it then. I don't think Benavidez was, not that he wasn't ready. I think he just wasn't looking at it as much as now, because now he's looking to just get out. He's like, I'll just go to 175. Now it's serious because now I think he's going to get a little backlash. I think Canelo's getting a little backlash. It does seem to be that way. Some of his supporters are starting to push back a little bit, saying you got to fight somebody. He's fighting people that they've all put in front of him, and I give him credit for that. However, this is the guy that they're trying to put in front of him and say, fight this guy. Fight him. There's got to be a reason why you don't fight him. I think he's got a chance. I thought he would beat him. Now I'm starting to question, is this guy really not want to fight him? I'm not saying he's scared. I just don't know why you wouldn't want to fight him. His legacy is already cemented, but this tarnishes a little bit because there's always that one guy out there that you had to fight to make sure you put your stamp of approval on you. And he's not going for it. And I don't know why, because I think he'd win. So that wraps up the boxing section and the MMA section. Real quickly, I had someone ask me about advice of opening up your own business and how I started, which was a kind of a unique story. But they asked me this, and I figured I'd answer it this, because Boxing and Bagels, what we're doing here with the Zapata brand, we're trying to expand it a little bit differently. One of the things we're going to do is have everything branched underneath the umbrella of the Zapata brand. So, for example, it'll all go through the Zapata brand, but on Monday, I'm going to have my show. Tuesday, I'll have a live. Wednesday, there could be Greg and Jersey Jay-Z live. Thursday, Jay-Z goes live 8:05. Friday, nothing. Saturday, nothing unless there is a watch along for the fights, which coming up will be Terrence Crawford, which I'm flying out to Vegas to go over to LA, most likely to see the fight. It depends. I'll have to see what my wife says. I haven't asked her yet. She's probably listening, and she's probably going to say, when were you going to tell me this? But I looked it up. It's only 3 hours away. We can go there, come back quick. Hopefully we can do that. I don't know if she'll allow me to, but because we're going to Vegas, we're flying out earlier than expected, and we'll be in Vegas. So, and then the fight is that Saturday. We don't get back to the 9th or 10th. So I'd like to do that in between. Now, so let's go back to what's going on at Zapata brand. We're going to have multiple on-air talent do different shows, lives, and what have you. We're going to put them through all the channels, and hopefully, it increases the people, the viewership, the sponsorships, the subscriptions. A lot of subscribers coming on. We have a ton that have come on lately. So what we want to do is broaden it out a little bit, where we have different guests on, because I think there's a lot of local guests that I want on. I want local guests that talk about their business and what they're doing. All this real important. Again, I did last year. I did the school board meeting, in which, or the running for the school board. That was very, very popular. So let me go answer this question. Any advice for someone who's opening up their business and their own business? Okay. I started in 1996, but it was the only thing I ever did was own a bagel shop, or work at a bagel shop. It's the only thing I ever did. So that transition is easy for you. It's easy transition. The hardest thing to do is getting capital. Capital is the hardest thing that people can obtain. It used to be easy, because back when I first opened in 1996, rates were like near zero, if not zero. It was a great time to open. So the capital was available. People were letting people get it. Then the rates jumped up a little bit into the threes, into the fours. It wasn't so bad in the 2000s. Then it dropped again. It was at near zero or one for the longest time. So my advice to you is this. It's twofold. Number one, don't get involved in a business that you don't absolutely love. And if it wasn't for you, that the place doesn't run. Like, my business here can run by itself. It runs by itself. If I'm not here, it can run. But I like to be here. I like to be around. If I didn't love what I did, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here at what time? 5:30. And now I'm here because my kids are on vacation with their mother and their mother's boyfriend in Myrtle Beach. So they're going away for a week. So it kind of fit in good where I'm here doing more lives. But I would be here anyway. I'd be here all the time. I can do this. I don't have a problem with it. My studio is right here in my office. We are building a studio in my home. So that's important for me to do both, because I'll do lives on both ends. If there's breaking news, I could go right downstairs and I could put together a show. And if there's something that I got people coming here as guests, I could bring them here as guests and we could do a show here. So that is very important. That helps a lot. Now, if you don't love what you do, you are going to hate this. You're going to hate it. If you own your own business, you don't want it to own you. For years, my business owned me. It just absolutely owned me. And every day I did everything around my business. Now, there's times I do that too now. I'm not going to tell you I don't. I do. But it's less and less. There's more times that I am home than I'm here at the shop after the shop closes. I'm here every day. But what's important to know is I would do it anyway. I love what I do. I get to communicate with all my customers every day. We have a couple groups that come in every day on a regular basis, and it's a joy to talk to them when I'm here. Now, in the summers, I'm not here a lot, only because the schools are out and we don't have to provide for the colleges. Now, this year we're stepping back a little bit from the colleges that we're doing, because it's just been a lot of work. And as I'm getting older, I don't want to do as much. I want to go to the fights. And I want to be able to fly out to Vegas and when I want to see the fights. I want to be able to go other places. And when I do, I always would like to be around people who are there. Now, I know Coach Diz is on vacation right now, but Coach Diz has joined the line. Coach Diz, I see you there. Holy shit, where are you from with that Modelo shirt? What are you doing? Where are you at?
Fenwick Island.
Where the hell's that?
Delaware.
Oh, okay. All right. I had Kevin. Did you see the live this morning?
No, I did not.
It was horrible.
Why? What was wrong?
The internet kept going out here, which I'm going to get to in a second. Well, I'm going to get to that one, that company. Oh, I never blast companies. I'm blasting companies now. Anyway, what did you think of the fights last night?
I thought Whatchquote was going to win. Muhammad.
Well, did you really?
Yeah, I thought he was going to win.
Shit.
But I thought Leon was. I mean, who did King?
Patty.
Yeah, I thought Patty was going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
What's that you're
I thought
drinking?
so too. The Kevin Aioli Pure Leaf. He likes Golden Peak. He told me Golden Peak if it's
no,
Golden
that's
Peak.
wrong. I saw
That fight happened there. What Aspinall really kind of solidified himself as. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it because Curtis Blades cannot take a punch.
No,
and
that's what remember when who knocked him out? Who was it? Derek Lewis.
And Ngannou. Oh God, yeah, folded him.
And he was screaming.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but I mean, what? Oh, by the way, did you see Leon Edwards dump? Muhammad bumped Leon on his head.
Yeah, that's what I sent you. I thought he knocked him out.
Oh, he did like a spear, like boom. Yeah. That was some scary shit. Okay, but we have one coming in here. 2000. Yeah, well, guess what, Brock? Hey, that is the last time there's going to be a bonus, according to Dana White. He is not playing around anymore. $200K bonus for Patty, but he was kind of, his hand was forced when even Kevin was like, he was pissed after the show. Yeah. He was really pissed. Now, here's the problem I have with that. They say no more bonuses. They don't fight. Don't make no difference. Don't make no difference. Well, that just proves it makes. Okay, so it makes no difference, right? So pay them the money that you're going to have. It's already budgeted in. Just pay it. It's so that either they're going to do it or they're not. So it doesn't matter. You know, think about it. They were going to pay him a bonus anyway. The bonuses jumped up, but he's like, nah, I'm not going to. No, they would have fought the same way anyway. No, same shit. How long did it take to get you down there? To get down there?
4.5 hours.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's a long time. Delaware, the home of the Jackie Frazier lied Darlene Sabo fight that cornered.
Hey, I saw the picture of Spence and Landon and Jax.
Yes.
I was going through old pictures. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, Spencer, D1 athlete that was here in Berwick. He's now at Coastal Carolina. He's in what's that thing called? The video game?
NCAA
football that just came out. He's in there. It's amazing to see the growth between where he was as a kid, first walking into the gym. He must have been 12. He was 89 pounds. Now he's about a good 215, solid muscle, about 6'5", probably 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, but Landon's up there. Landon's up to his shoulders. Oh, shit.
Landon's getting tall. Landon's getting bigger. And I told you, the other day was the first time when we were playing basketball, he kind of backed into me and his wingspan. I said, "Uh-oh." Not that I'm 6 foot, but I just noticed. I said, "Oh, wait, didn't we measure each other?" Yeah, he's taller than me.
Yeah.
It was a weird thing when you hit into your son that you used to just give it the old backhand, he go flying, he backs in, and you're like, "Oh shit, he didn't move."
Hey, I'm about to go eat right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What are you having?
Pizza.
What?
Pizza.
You ain't having pizza. Well, what, you taking the cheese off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, anyway, one last wait. I'm not shutting it off. One last thing. Do you see Clarissa Shields?
Yes. She beat the. Oof.
Yeah. Okay. Is she the greatest woman fighter of all time?
Don't do this, Jerry.
No. I'm not touching it. I just.
Yes, she is. You
all right?
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think she would beat the daylights out of Ann Wolfe. I do. She's now showing power. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yep.
Pretty good. All right, go enjoy your vacation.
Peace.
See ya. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Goodbye. There you go. All right. So Coach Diz joining us for a little bit there. He was supposed to be on this morning with Kevin and I, but he was traveling down to Delaware there on the beach. I don't know if he wants to be on the beach there with him. Woo. Coach Diz. Anyway, like he said, good fight over the week. We were Clarissa Shields. Joe Joyce didn't look good. A lot of things going on here. I'll wrap it up a little bit about the business tactics that I was telling you about. Guys, if you're ever going to open a business, do yourself a favor. Do your research first. Don't have your business dream turn into a nightmare. It could have turned that way with me, but you have to love what you do. And I am very, very fortunate. I'm extremely fortunate that I'm able to do what I can do and bring you any content I can, whether it's on the business end, on the boxing end, on the combat sports end, whatever it is. I have the ability to do that because I love what I do daily. So I will try to, I'm going to wrap this up now. We're going to be going more live. I'm leaving on Monday. I'm leaving on Monday to fly to Vegas. I'm going to see Kevin Iole and do a couple other things. I will probably be reporting from there. A couple surprises I have. I'm going to go to the Top Rank gym and another gym there, probably the Mayweather gym. Try to get a couple of interviews together real quick if I can. Sometimes I don't like to be bothered. And when you're not well known in Vegas, they kind of won't put you on there a little bit. So I'm going to try to. I will be there with other people, so maybe that'll give me the in. But either way, be on the lookout for a new revamped Zapata Brand podcast. It's going to be totally new. We're going to have more on-air interviews. In-studio interviews are coming back as soon as the studio is completed. And we're going to have different on-air talent, including me, Jersey Jay-Z, Greg Valentino, a couple other guys. Coach Diz will be here. One other guy we're going to be on too. He's going to do more of our finance stuff. But it's where we're really growing and expanding. If you can, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you like and subscribe, we get more viewership, we get more sponsorship, and it helps the content. As you saw, we always do give it back. We give it back to Olivia Ford, who's going to the national championship. Anything we get, we give back to the community to help others get to their goals. So that being said, don't be envious of what I've accomplished in my life. Be inspired by what you can do in yours. See you next time. Bye-bye.